Hey everybody, I'm Dale Earnhardt Jr. and this is the Dirty 30. The best highlights from all of our podcasts this week. 30 minutes every single Friday. The Dirty 30 coming at you. Let's get right to it. There's been this really long, sort of debate conversation around Bristol and how to, man, I miss this Bristol. I miss that Bristol. and this is what I want out of Bristol. And this is what I wish Bristol was like. And it seems like that this weekend we kind of got as close as we've been in a long time to the traditional idea of Bristol and the product that Bristol had delivered at its peak. And that's not a nostalgia quote. This isn't about nostalgia. Basically, back in a certain time frame, the ticket for Bristol was by far the hottest ticket on the circuit, and it was almost difficult to get an opportunity to get that ticket. There was a waiting list and all of that stuff. So it's changed quite a bit since then. It's no longer selling out, and they've had to and it's no secret, or everybody listening to this show ought to probably know most of the history of how the track changed. It was asphalt for years. The track's actually been configured multiple times. When they first built Bristol back in the early or late 60s, it was much flatter. And you can see some old races on YouTube or maybe on NASCAR's website where Bristol used to be quite a bit flatter, and they eventually, after only about 3 or 4 years, they came in and then built the track, the banking up, because cars were running all over the racetrack. You had guys running on the apron, there was 30 foot of apron before you got to the bank.
Use it, huh?
Part of the racetrack. Yeah, guys were everywhere, all over the place. It was just the strangest looking track. And after several years, they did the same thing at Rockingham. When they first built Rockingham, it was flat. And they did this, and this was all right around the same time frame, uniquely or coincidentally, when they built Bristol and Rockingham. They built them within years of each other, and they built them both flat, and then within 4 or 5 years, they reconfigured them to have more banking, both the same track. So they reconfigured it then. Then, we had this asphalt version that was highly popular, and we went into around the mid-'90s. They had resurfaced the racetrack, and I will say that version, that concrete version, the initial concrete version of Bristol, was still very similar, and the racing looked quite similar to what we saw with the asphalt racetrack. You can go back though and look at some of the asphalt races at Bristol, and man, they ran way up the track. The groove would move around in the corners. It wasn't all on the bottom.
What made the groove move around in that time? Was it the tire? Was it?
Who knows? I would be guessing if I was trying to tell you what made the groove move around back then, because I thought I knew a lot about things till the
last couple weeks,
with this tire and this car and all that. Yeah. So anyways, I want to say that a lot of people talk about Bristol as the best. Bristol is a bottom groove beaten bank. Well, back when it was asphalt, they ran all over the corner. There was races where they'd run the top of 1 and 2 or the bottom of 1 and 2, depending on the temperature, the day, the tire, whatever, right? So, they moved all over this racetrack. When they concreted it the first time, that's when it truly became a bottom-only racetrack. There was no second or third groove ever at those races with the first rendition of concrete. And there was this funky little sort of dip off of turn 2 where you kind of had to hook the old concrete or the old asphalt
with the left
apron.
Front.
Yes. And It was so much fun, and you had to hit this little spot every time, and there was, it was a fun little racetrack. And I don't, I'd have to, to go back and relive all of that, but for some reason, they wanted to reconfigure it again, and they put the variable banking in there. And that's what we have today. And I half joke about them man, they should pave it with asphalt. I truly would do it if I had all the money if I could afford to pay for them to pave it asphalt, I would do it. If you could just snap your fingers and have it. But honestly, the variable banking has kind of went through these good and bad times. I remember one of the first races that we ran on the variable banking version of Bristol we have today. We were in the COT, middle way through the race. I ended up running 5th in this race, but middle way through the race, Casey Kane's leading, Carl Edwards is 2nd, and I'm 3rd, and we're all within 10 car lengths of each other or closer, battling for the lead, and everyone was running on a different part of the racetrack. And I was thinking in that moment, and I'll never forget it, I thought in that moment, I was like, this is badass. Like, I didn't think that.
How does it get any better?
Yeah, like he's on the bottom, he's in the middle, I'm on the top. We're all racing the shit out of each other. I mean, I don't know what more you could want. Yeah. This is pretty cool. And what ended up happening though is we, that's what happens anytime we like introduce something completely new. It looks amazing the very first time we try it, whether it's a car, a track, or what have you, because it's no one knows how to work it, how to use it. Where's the advantages? Well, we all learned eventually how to run the top of this racetrack, and that's where the steepest banking was. And so that's where a lot of the racing started to go, and it was impossible to pass. Everybody would go run the top, and boy, you try to go to the inside of somebody, and you get trained by all the people on the outside line.
Couldn't run fast enough down there.
So Bruton ground the top groove to try to make it where it was unusable. Well, that made it actually better. The rubber would stick to it even better, and we ran the top even more. And so I remember all these little moments where they were trying to figure out a way to get us to the bottom of the racetrack. And eventually, they found the PJ1. And I got in Marcus's ear, and I told Marcus, I said, all right, everybody wants this particular type of Bristol, right? And if you want to know how to get it, I'll tell you. And so I told him, I said, go back and watch the 2004 race at Bristol. That's the one that I was fortunate enough to win. And there's anywhere around that time frame, 02, 03, 04, 05. And if you just look at still images of cars in the corners at Bristol, and there's something you'll recognize. So you still had the asphalt apron, and they sealed it. They would they would put sealer down on that apron, and it looked good. They paint their logos and shit all over it. And the actual line, there's always this yellow or white painted line on the bottom of these racetracks to separate and differentiate the apron from the racetrack. Well, the line at Bristol is actually around 2004 was painted on top of the banking of the racetrack, almost a foot up from the real true seam between the concrete and the asphalt. And they would seal all the way up to that line. Mm-hmm. So what you had was about a foot of sealer, asphalt sealer, on top of this concrete
grip
for the left front tire. Mm-hmm. And man, if you were smart enough to be patient enough to connect the left front tire to that sealer, the entire corner, there was a ton of grip and a ton of turn there. And so when your car's great, that's what you try to do. And I told him, I said, man, if they were putting that PJ1 the entire bottom width of the car, like a full car length of PJ1, it's too much. I was like, all you need is to really like saturate the bottom 1.5 2 foot, 3 foot of the corners with this PJ1. All you need is for the guy on the bottom groove to be able to use it and get his left side tires in it. And so that's what they started doing. They narrowed up this application of PJ1 so that you can only get the left side tires in it. So you would have to be so perfect to be able to put the tire in it.
It was hard to run that one.
And if you missed it, right, you saw what happened to guys that came out of it. Oh man, they
Yeah, they
checked
were
up.
up-
You
yeah, they
got
were
your
up the
ass run
track,
over. Yeah, and so make that even more narrow, and you have that opportunity for guys to miss it even more so.
Give even more passers and
More passers,
action.
more checking up, bumping and banging. Anyhow, that's kind of where we are. We're almost all the way back. It's probably as close as we're ever going to be to the Bristol that a lot of people love.
All 4 races were actually pretty good. The truck race actually moved up. You had guys that could run the top, guys that could run the bottom.
That's such a great point, TJ. No matter what version of Bristol you love, you got that version in one of the 3 events.
So all series got what you wanted.
No matter what version of Bristol you like, I think you got it. We have 2 guests coming on the show. Rico Abreu and Tony Stewart are going to come in here and talk about some announcement that they have. I bet you can imagine what this may entail. So Rico's going to join Tony Stewart Racing.
Yep.
And so Rico you drive for your family team, right? In high limit. Very successful. You're leading the points, winning races. Tony, you've had a winged car for your entire life. You've owned a team with Donnie, been very successful. You decided to make a change. And so I want to know, this is pretty incredible news. I think it's going to energize a lot of people. You got a massive fan base. High Limit's got a great thing going. This guy's Tony Stewart, right? Putting all that together is a win for everybody. So Rico, what does all this mean physically for your team, his team? How does all this happen?
It's a mega opportunity for me to race for a top tier team that's a championship molded team. I felt like probably over the last decade, I've invested my entire life into sprint car racing. And I got the opportunity to race some stock car stuff in 15 and 16, and just realized that it takes an army of people to get a driver to the next level in this industry. And I started to really understand the process of the sport and where you need to be in position to be a successful race car driver. And I kept pushing back to sprint car racing and how much I love sprint car racing and the people and the control I had with the 3 employees that I have working on my car, no matter what year it was, and just the parts and pieces of how you dissect a sprint car team to be operate at a professional level. And thinking about all this TSR stuff over the last few years and just my relationship with Tony, I think it's, I felt like it was very fitting for me to have a conversation with Tony about it and just see if there was potential thought there. And I thought that the way originally when I sat down and approached this to them, it got kind of complicated on how we would, blend partnerships, and everybody, was continued to stay invested into the programs. And then I just thought, I kept thinking about it. And then I called Tony one day and I just said, like, why don't we just simplify this? And we just figure out how to get me over to your race team to continue to have it operate at a high level. And it's always operated at a high level, but to get the infrastructure to where I feel I could bring that positive energy into a establishment that was exciting. And I was ready to take that next step in my career. And I just feel that, to align myself with a brand as big as Tony Stewart's is quite amazing for me to have that chance to just allow our partners to be a part of that. I think that when you look at this thing, it's I've built these amazing partnerships with Rico Abreu Racing, and now they're going to get the opportunity to come be a part of Tony Stewart Racing, and the partnerships Tony Stewart's has built is going to get the opportunity to be a part of Rico Abreu.
What did you know and think about drag racing? Did you ever think you would ever find yourself this?
Absolutely not.
Right.
Didn't have. I was a casual fan.
Sure.
I enjoyed watching it on TV if it was on, but I didn't search for it and didn't plan my day around watching a broadcast of it or go to the races. I mean, I had the opportunity when we started Stewart Haas Racing through the U.S. Army, who sponsored Ryan Newman with our program, got invited to go to the U.S. Nationals and hang out with Don Schumacher and Tony Schumacher, who were sponsored by the Army as well. So that was the first time I really got to be around it and got invited to the U.S. Nationals. Well, that's our Daytona 500. So as much as they're inviting you to come in the trailers and look at all the stuff, I'm just wanting to be outside because I'm like, this is your biggest race of the year. I don't want to be a distraction. So I'm standing out. But at the same time, like, man, this is crazy looking from the outside looking in. And then years later, meet Leah, and especially during COVID, and get the opportunity, thanks to Don again. Don invites me to be with Leah at the races and had permission to be around the team, where during COVID, if you didn't work on those cars, you weren't allowed to be even in the pit area. So I got a really neat opportunity from Don Schumacher to do that, and really started seeing it from the inside out. And that really sparked the fire. But to get a chance to do it with someone you love and care about and is your life partner, and to get to see her passion and drive, and it's the same. I tell everybody she is me 17 years earlier, with a lot of aspects of it. And but to see how excited she is, and then it just, that draws you into it even deeper. But to get to go to the racetrack each weekend, get to do it with my wife, to now have our son there, and because of what our schedule looks like at the racetrack, our hospitality is in between our two race teams with Matt Hagan's funny car team and our top fuel team. He's 30 feet away from me at all times. I can go run in that trailer anytime, hug him, kiss him all I want, play with him when I have time. And that's something we didn't have that luxury of doing. I mean, when we had an hour of practice, we were solid hour of practice. We weren't getting away from that. So it's variables like that in the equation that are so unique in this situation that passion's never went away. I mean, I even think about not only going to the sprint car races. My dad's 87 years old now. We race 3/4 midgets together. And so getting to race with my dad occasionally, that's something that I haven't had the opportunity to do before. And I think once you're a racer, you're just always a racer. I mean, and I'm sure there's going to be that day that something's going to change in the equation, and I'm going to go, you know what, I don't know that I want to take this risk anymore. I mean, our crash the other day happened at 240 miles an hour. And I never thought about that. You just don't see a lot of crashes in NHRA. But even when that happened, all I cared about was, all right, well, what do we got to do to get ready for next weekend, which is Charlotte coming up? And so the great thing is we had a backup car. We had the opportunity to test with Leah on Monday. She got to make the hits in the car. I'm banged up a little bit. Doctor's orders to not get in the car, so having my wife get in my car and shake the backup car down, that's a pretty cool deal for me. So I think there's just variables that are just way different than what a normal, what we would call traditional racing family, where, one person's driving the race car, the family supporting him. We are just truly a racing family like what you grew up in.
She's going to get back behind the wheel next year.
Yep.
And so what I heard is that you borrowed her seat while she wanted to become a mother, and that you're stepping back out of the way, getting out of her way to get back in her ride. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, I think it's an element of my life where you kind of realize, and to a lot of people, they won't realize it. You've known me long enough to know it's one more step in the growing up process. This wasn't about me. Me driving her car was about her and her decision for us to start a family together. And she got to dictate the timing of it and all that, because I felt like that was really important. She's giving up what she loves to do the most, of driving that race car. But somebody had to drive it in the meantime. So because of the time in the alcohol dragster that I drove the year before, I felt like that was a logical step. But ultimately, it was still her decision. Her and the crew chief made the call of two of us that were on the card of who to pick. And I told him, I said, pick who you think is going to give us the best opportunity to have the best results at the end of the day. And so to be able to step in and fill in for her, I feel pride in that as her husband, but love the opportunity as a race car driver to go to another form of motorsports, get in another type of race car that people are going to say, he's not going to figure this out, he's going to get his ass kicked, and be able to sit there and perform and get up to speed and win a couple races. And now we're in contention for a world championship and won a regular season championship. So that's what I take pride in as a driver. But, at the end of the day, it was bittersweet when we had to do her announcement. And it's like, there were a couple small moments where I had to bite my tongue, and because I'm like, I really don't want to get out of this race car, but I do, because I'm doing it for the person I love, and I know how much she loves being in it. And it was the first time that I actually stepped back and said, I can't believe I'm actually doing this. I can't believe I'm okay with owning the race team and just getting out of the car, but it was the plan all along. And I have this very sneaking suspicion I'll find something to do to where I can still be involved myself at the same time.
Do you know what that is?
I do. And this week we'll all know what it is. But yeah, it's let's just say it's next year's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh man,
I if racing with Rico's not fun enough, it's this just encompasses all of it, and the season we're going to have next year, and the things that I'm going to get to do, and to have Rico in our shop. I mean, literally our funny car team, our Top Fuel team, and Rico's sprint car team, we're all in the same building. We're one team, all team.
Are you far from being done competing?
I don't see an end anytime near in
that's
near,
good enough
near
for me.
future.
That's good enough for me.
We've had a lot of our friends that have sat there and said, when's enough going to be enough?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, but my brain doesn't say that this is it.
So we're going to play a game called Family Feud.
Ooh.
It's just like Family Feud,
wow.
too. Oh, yeah. I've got a bunch of questions surveyed from the online audience.
Oh, is that right?
And you guys are going to try to answer these as a team together.
Are we ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
You guys are a team, so you guys are trying to find, for this first question, the top 7 answers on the board.
Holy crap.
What'd you just say?
Top 7 answers, just like Family Feud.
Oh.
Just like Family Feud. Yeah. Name something in a bakery that a baker might call his wife.
That a baker might call his wife?
Yes.
Honey bun?
Number 1 answer.
Number 1 answer, honey bun.
Number 1 answer.
Are you going to guess?
Biscuit.
Does he call her a biscuit?
Oh, man.
I mean... Cupcake.
Cupcake. Number 4 answer.
Ooh. Sweet cakes.
Sweetie. I'll give you Sweetie.
Sweetie?
Number 3 answer.
Sweetie.
Oh, I get sweetie. Out of sweet cakes? All right.
Don't give him points just for
How about
playing.
this?
Close
Sugar
enough.
Britches.
Sugar Britches.
Do they sell that at a bakery?
That's what I like to call Amy.
I mean, this is a
When
stretch.
I need
but
Amy to giggle.
Yeah.
When I
Sugar
wanna
is the
put a
number
smile
6
on Amy's
answer, so I'll
face,
give it to
I
you.
go right
He
to Sugar
goes
Britches.
deep for sugar britches.
I don't know why that's just funny.
Sugar Britches.
Everybody in here smiling now. Look at that. The power of Sugar Britches.
Never heard of that. You got 3 answers left.
3 answers left. How about do we call her Cookie?
Oh, wow.
No cookie. 2
I would've guessed
strikes.
That was a good one.
Junebug can steal.
I don't have
Oh.
a clue.
How about Sweetie Pie?
Sweetie, he already said Sweetie, so
Oh.
we'll give you.
I'm trying to think of the
There we
bakery
go.
items.
Sugar
Visualizing.
You have the
Sugar
number
pie.
2 answer, 5
said no,
answer,
it's
and
just-
7 answer.
What's that?
You have the number 2 answer, 5 answer, and 7 answer.
2, 5,
left.
and 7.
Yeah.
What is the second one?
I'm cinnamon roll, cinnamon something.
No.
You start calling me cinnamon.
All right.
I'm
Well,
just trying to think of things that are in there.
How about cream puff?
cream puff. All right. We've officially reached we don't know. That's a no.
Just tell us.
All right. Number 2 answer was his oven.
What?
Yeah.
Stop.
His
Who
oven.
says that?
No one says that.
swear
That's
it's
bull. That's no way the
Tim's,
number
did
2
you put
answer.
that in there?
I
Is that
didn't
what
know.
you're calling your new girlfriend? Hey,
no,
oven.
No, definitely not his oven.
Like bun in the oven?
But no, definitely not.
No,
No, I was just
way
saying
that's
in
the
general.
Number 2 answer.
He said it's number 2.
Number 2. Number 5 was muffin.
Oh,
Number 7
muffin,
was
of course.
donut, which I don't know. You're not calling your girlfriend a donut or your wife
All
a
right.
donut. All right. Next question. Top 8 answers on the board. Wide range here.
Yeah.
Name a place where if her husband took her there for her anniversary, a wife would be mad.
Racetrack.
Is it on there?
Well, sporting event. I'll give it to you. Number
Sporting
3.
event.
Oh, okay, we're going that broad.
Yep.
His mom's house.
Number 6 answer. Yes.
On an anniversary trip. Don't take me here. The hospital.
Hospital's not on there.
Not on there?
Not on there.
I don't know. Maybe you need some tuning up.
That's actually a good answer now.
What about a cruise?
That she'd be mad?
I don't know.
Oh, that's just me.
That's the same
It's
as
just
No.
me.
Amy would be disappointed.
That's not on there.
Don't take me on a big old boat. Let's see. Wow, but this is hard.
There's a big one on here. That's number 2 answer. I think you guys could get.
Concert.
Concert? Not on there,
Not on.
actually.
Where are we? I mean, that's a lot of options too to
It
be
is.
mad at.
You have 6 more if you want me to tell you some of these.
No, let me give it one more good guess. Where are you? Where's somebody taking me that I'm mad about on my anniversary?
That would be
Besides my
even
mother-in-law's.
considered right as an option.
Well, I think that's the point. Like, what would you like to do that your wife would probably
Well, he said
a video game contest,
No.
an arcade?
No.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Kind of. Number 1 answer is a tacky themed restaurant.
A
There
tacky
you go.
restaurant,
Chuck E.
yeah.
Hey, I
Cheese,
think
yeah.
you got to give that to me.
There you go. You got one. Oh, you want me to tell you the rest?
Yeah.
Number 2 answer was strip club.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, duh.
Duh. Bar and club, which I disagree with. Number 4.
Yeah, that's
That's what you end up doing.
yeah.
Number 5 was bowling alley. 7 was the movies, and 8 was a car show.
Oh,
A car show.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to do one more?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do top 6 answers on the board. Give me another word people say for rear end.
Bottom.
Ass.
Bottom is correct. Number 5 answer. Ass is not on there, but there's a
Arse.
arse. That is a correct. Number 2 answer.
Ours.
Bum.
Bum is not on there. But
Donkey?
should be on there, but it's not on there. No donkey.
No
either.
donkey?
No donkey. I think there's a
Booty?
Trunk.
not booty, not trunk.
Not trunk. What about caboose?
No, caboose is not on there.
What the hell?
Bootay.
Bouteille's not on there.
These
are a little bit more.
These are the answers.
These are the answers. It's a little bit more mainstream, I think.
You mean for the youth?
Oh, this
we need to go into
No,
our
I think you got to go back a little bit.
back.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually think you guys are too hip for this.
too hip.
We're
for
too
this.
hip.
Yeah, too
Whoa.
hip for this one.
Where did you ask this question?
This is just straight
at the
online.
rest home.
Caboose would have been number 1 answer. That was
Yeah,
great.
caboose is a
Buns?
good one.
Bun's not on there either.
What the heck? Oh wait.
Man.
You're missing a huge one that's just very simple, straightforward, almost scientific. But yes.
Oh, I
number
thought
1
that was
answer.
what we started with.
Rear end.
Oh, rear end. Butt, arse,
Bottom.
bottom.
Backside.
Backside. Number 3 answer.
Oh, I got one.
We got
Heine.
Heine. Number 6 answer. One more.
We're now.
Now you're
getting in there.
cooking.
Our heritage.
yeah.
You got your grandma brain on.
I'm graying even more just talking about this.
So there's one more.
One more. Yeah. Number 4 answer.
Tush.
Not tush. No, that's a good one. We could have made our own top.
We
top
should,
8
yeah.
Here.
What is it?
Derriere.
No,
Derriere.
We would not.
I declare. That was that one. We should have gotten.
Let's
that one.
do number 5.
You want to do number 5? Okay.
This was pretty fun.
This is
These,
dicey.
and these are unlimited too. All right. 6 answers on the board. Name something that grows faster than you want it to.
Nose hairs.
All right. I'll give you it. Number 1, hair unibrow.
Yeah. Oh, hair unibrow.
Unibrow. Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say ear hairs also.
I think
Yeah.
that all kind of encompasses in that.
Weeds.
Weeds. Yep. Number 2
Gross.
answer.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids.
Yeah, just say children.
Number 3 answer. Oh, we're just going down the list now.
Grows faster.
Now we're getting to the answers.
Yeah, I
now
can't.
we're getting
Toenails. Fingernails.
fingernails. Number 5. No strikes.
We found.
I'm scared to
Tim-
say anything.
We found Tim's
You guys-
calling. Game
Yeah.
show.
Game show host.
No whammies. No whammies. No
Shazam.
Oh man, something else grows faster than you want it to.
Grass?
The grass.
Well, you said lawn and weeds.
Lawn
so
and
I
Oh,
already
okay.
took that. Yeah.
Come on, Dale.
Damn it.
We're on a no-strike zone.
I know, but I feel pretty good. I'm
He wants to
content with what
pass.
I've mentioned.
He's passing now.
Is there just one more?
Those 2.
There's 2.
Give us one.
I'll give you the number 6 answer. Debt and expenses. That's a boring one.
Oh, debt
Yeah.
and
Okay.
expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right. This one. You guys should get this.
We should.
Yeah, you should.
Something that grows faster than you want it to. I don't know.
I don't know either. I give up.
Belly.
Your belly?
Your belly,
belly.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
That
belly.
was, yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Your
that's
bod.
the truth.
Number 4.
All right.
That was
Time
Family
That was
Feud.
fun.
Yep.
Thanks,
That
Tim.
was fun. Good job.